Hello, good day to all of you. I just want to give tribute to Mama. You see, before the iPads, before the cell phones, before the internet, Mama and I used to write letters a lot. Well, it started when I was a teenager. I wanted to talk to Mama, but for some reason, I just decided to write to Mama, even though we lived together under the same roof. Well, that was the start of a lot more letters to follow, especially since I was the first one to leave the house when I was awarded a scholarship to study in Europe. So we wrote to each other a lot. Then I was also the first one in the family to come here to the United States. So we exchanged more letters. So today I'm going to share with you my last letter to Mama. So, dear Mama, you are a special lady. Your life has been very good, although sometimes there were humps on the road. Well, but God has been fruitful and faithful. I praise you for your strength and the character that kept the family going and kept us all together. Well, I love you for going to all my events, my solo performances in school, the stage plays that I was so shy to be a part of, my dance recitals. You didn't miss any of my events. Even my kids now, I know that you also didn't want to miss any of my kids' events. Well, I love you too for sometimes taking me out when I was little. I remember when I was out sick once. I loved it when just the two of us, you took me out shopping for shoes. Just the two of us. Well, whatever I was sick of that day, well, I know I got better. And on one occasion, when I was out sick again, well, the two of us, we went to go see a movie. Again, it was just the two of us, and I know, again, I got better. Well, I love you too for the long talks we had at night when I was a teenager, when once in a while everything was unbelievably quiet. When you told me stories of your childhood, when you told me stories of how you and Papa June saw the Blessed Mother, when you taught in the poorest of the poor provinces, how you wanted to be a nun, how you met Papa, and how you two got married without even dating, and the dreams he had, and the dreams he also had to let go. I love you too for being a true servant of the Lord, for allowing me to minister with you in your work. I remember when I was a teenager on Thursday nights when kids my age would rather watch TV or be with friends or just study. I remember I would go with you to your Bible study, led by Brother Manuel. Also on weekends when kids my age would rather play or, take it easy, I would go with you to the mission work, to your missions in the mountains of San Mateo. And even when you went to Laur for more mission work, I was there too, trying to pitch a tent, even if I probably didn't know how to do that. I was there too. I was also there to witness the many miracles your group performed, that God has performed, like the healing of the arm of the kid, whom the doctor recommended that his arm should be amputated because it had gangrene all over. I was there when he got healed. And also the healing of that guy who was very, very sick spiritually, and how you all turned him to be a God-loving gentleman. I was there when you fed the hungry, built the church, taught the kids and taught their parents about Jesus. Well, I love you too for teaching me to aim high and to reach for the stars. You encouraged me to apply for scholarships, to enter contests that only the two of us knew. You encouraged me to compete and eventually to win. However, I know when I got the scholarship to study in Europe, I know it broke your heart that I had to leave. Because that night, the night before I left, you slept in my room. Well, it's also like history repeating itself when you stayed in with me, just the two of us in Rockaway, 2 months before we parted. You told me in your letter the first morning that I left for Europe. You said you were still waiting for me to come down to the kitchen, even though you knew I was already gone. You said that you were hoping that it was only a dream that I left, that I would join you for breakfast any time now. Mama, that's exactly how I feel now, too. I also love you for hurrying to come to the United States. You and Papa, you braved the winter weather and came in December of 1990, just 2 weeks after I gave birth to Ryan. You said you wanted to take care of Ryan, and you did. And you took care not only of Ryan, but also of Melissa and Ricky and me. You always cooked Ricky's favorite foods, favorite dishes, because his mom is not here. I love you for calling me up too and asking me to tell you some jokes. I remember we laughed a lot. We even cried laughing. And I remember you would say, wait a minute, I have to write this joke down. And then we would laugh some more. I love you too for letting me bring you shopping anywhere and everywhere you want. When you ask me, are you going anywhere today? I know exactly what that meant. That meant, can we go shopping today? Melissa misses that from you too. She said, you really love to go shopping. Mama, what I really missed, or what I really wanted to tell you, is that I count it as a privilege. That I count it as a privilege and as a blessing to be your daughter and to take care of my children. To be like the mother to my husband, Ricky. To be able to go on vacations with you. To be able to take care of your needs. To be able to laugh with you as we exchange our silly jokes. And to dream with you. I will never be able to repay you for all the care, the love, and the sacrifices you have given to me and my family over the years. You are a saint. For this and a lot more countless things, we thank you. Mama, on behalf of my brothers, my sister, my family, and I, we want to let you know that we love you and we miss you, and you will remain alive always in our hearts and in our memories. We love you, Mama, and to God be the glory. Your loving daughter, Minnie Modesto. Till we meet again.